I've been working on the script for about 3.5 years now, but honestly, story-wise, I've been working on it, I would say, my whole life.
In 2023, we interviewed Zach Goodwin for one of our Kids Who Make San Antonio Great. We spoke with him about his movie project, Stitched.
And 2 years later, Marshall High School product is back with his finished product debuting last night in his hometown. Take a sneak peek.
My son's not gonna be raised by some white-livered sting bum.
Mary.
No, Theodore and I are out of the house by the end of this week.
Listen, she was the one that started it, and I'm not...
Don't you raise your voice at me! I will let you say goodbye. And after that, you will not speak to my child.
Zach is joining us now here on KENS 5 Plus to talk about the journey in the last few years and making the film that is already sold out last night at the screening here in San Antonio. So first of all, we want to get some feedback from you. How did it feel to be back in your hometown with a cast? The entire movie was filmed in San Antonio, cast from San Antonio. Here you are showing the movie.
And it's sold out.
And it's sold out, yes.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me back. And last night was one of the best Wednesday evenings I've ever had in my entire life. It was freaking incredible to come back to the Tobin Center, as I actually was an intern for the San Antonio Film Festival a few summers ago for Adam Rocha. He was actually my high school teacher, and he came up to me as summer was approaching. He said, "Hey, you want to come volunteer for me for the summer and do a bunch of work?" And I was like, all right, I got nothing else better to do.
Yeah, what else am I doing?
It's such a full circle moment to return with my own movie, and it was really amazing. And to be able to honor the San Antonio interns, which is something I came from, it was such a special and incredible evening.
You've had a pretty good run, though. This thing has sold out like several times. It debuted at South by Southwest, correct?
It debuted at World Fest Houston in April.
Yeah, but you didn't you do it South by Southwest last year or something?
I brought my short film at
That's right, your first
in
one.
2019 to South by Southwest.
How in the
Also
world
award-winning.
does somebody so young have so much success that quickly? The film industry is tough.
It is, and I honestly think it's the passion behind it. And I think what I've really come to learn about myself and myself as a leader is that the energy that you put out is what you attract. And that's what a lot of my collaborators said when we were doing this feature film, is that over the summer, is that it's like, wow, like all these amazing, good, positive attitude people are just wanting to contribute to this project. And I think if you can build that community and that team, you can go the upstream, you can accomplish so many things and move mountains if you have the right people behind you.
Well, Zach, I was reading here about the theme and kind of the different themes that you weave through the film, and one of them is, I'm going to let you say it. So tell us about that and where you got the inspiration, because I just think it's so interesting.
Absolutely. So the overall concept for the movie is that a former counterfeit criminal dies, and his afterlife is having to relive his life from the perspective of gossip. He has to hear every single conversation that was held about him behind his back.
Wow.
So it's very fascinating because it's such a fun character exploration, in that you're seeing all these different perspectives from his mom, his ex-wife, his son, and his granddaughter, and everyone has such a vastly different opinion about him. And on top of that, he was a criminal part of his life. So you see this disconnect from his family to where he's getting all this money. And it's kind of a drama thriller. And I originally came up with it after 5 friends had kind of gossiped about me, and they decided, hey, we don't want to be friends with this guy anymore, because they kind of demonized me without being able to, and I wasn't able to give my perspective or my explanation to what happened.
Yeah.
And after I had lost those friends, I kind of sat and reconciled with it, and I realized whatever they had said says more about them than me. Yeah. And once I had come to terms with it, kind of Stitched was born from that.
Yeah.
It's interesting too. A lot of authors, filmmakers, songwriters and all take that personal life experience and make something out of it.
I think that's that soulful element that we all relate to in storytelling. That's an important part that I don't think will ever be replaced by computers or AI. It's that feeling of very personal trauma, emotion, and grief.
And sharing that message with others in hopes of helping others as well.
Absolutely.
And talk about that, what are you hoping to not achieve necessarily, but when people hear the message that you have in this film, what are you hoping to achieve with that?
Well, I really there's so many things you can take away from the movie, whether it is a little bit of family trauma or being able to start a dialogue with people. But one of the things I do like to say is if you have something where you are feeling a disconnect with someone, don't go and try to solve the conversation with someone else and be like, oh, well, I'm, they're doing this thing and whatever. Go to that person, confront them, and be like, hey, I have a problem with you, but I want to solve it. And I want to start a dialogue, and I want to figure it out together.
And it takes so much courage to do that. And hopefully
Absolutely,
you
it
can empower
does.
someone to do that.
Well, and you talked about this collaborative effort. You had like 30 or so people, friends, people you knew work on this thing with you. All of this was shot here locally as well?
Absolutely, it was. So that from the get-go, I knew I had to do it in San Antonio. One of the big reasons it's so expensive to do things in Los Angeles, I came here and I went to so many local businesses and I went, hey, I'm a filmmaker, can I make a movie here? And they're like, can I cater for you? Can I be in it?
Oh, wow.
Rainbow Gardens, Little Flower Basilica, all of them just opened their doors wide and they said, absolutely, come on in. And it was such an endearing thing to come back home and do that. But I brought 8 of my classmates from
that's awesome.
from Los
awesome,
Angeles
yeah.
to here, and then everybody else was kind of sourced from UTSA or UT and Texas State. So it's kind of a combination of a lot of things. But it was amazing to be able to bring filmmakers here.
I can feel your energy. All right, Zach, also tell us what's next for you.
So what's next is for Stitched, September 6th, it will be making its West Coast premiere at the Silicon Beach Film Festival at the TCL Chinese Theaters, which is freaking amazing. This sweater is actually, it was part of the crowdfunding campaign that we had, and I had people draw on me if they made a donation, and that was filmed right outside the TCL Chinese Theaters, and so it's amazing that we're actually returning and making our West Coast debut at the Silicon Beach Film Festival.
All right, I'm going to take it one step further. Where do you go from there? Are you hoping this, obviously, that maybe some film company picks this up and makes it bigger, more?
If anybody would like to give me a few $1 million, I am open to offers, absolutely. But yeah, I am exploring my distribution options. It's interesting for independent film because it's in such kind of a weird state right now. But yeah, I am interested in distribution, and I've been getting a lot of advice that I should just put the movie out there myself.
I would think
tough,
somebody.
The feedback's already good, yeah.
The concept of it is really, I mean, it's really piqued my curiosity about where does it go? How do we see it? It's sold out already.
That was my question, because we have another.
So for probably this year, you're going to have to attend a film festival, and then 2026, I'm either hoping for a limited theater release or it will be on streaming.
Okay,
You're just gonna have to
because you
wait.
sold out here in your hometown.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
But
to
if you
Zach.
follow @StitchMovie on Instagram or Facebook, you can stay up to date with all the screening updates and where to watch it.
I know people at home right now are looking at Google it, trying to find it. Yeah.
All right, Zach, good luck, man.
Keep in touch with us
It's
and
awesome.
let us know.
Thank you so
You're doing
much
We're
well
excited
for
to see more of
everything.
your success. Yes.
All right, we're going to take a quick